G'day everyone, Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well in whatever part of the world you're watching this video. As you can see, I have quite a picture in front of me. The said picture was sent in from someone who I am liaising with in Thailand. Now, excuse me, he sent this in because he couldn't believe it for a start, and he wanted me to have a look at it and test it. Now, I'm only going to do this, I'm only going to spend the time today on this. That's it. I'm not going to go on to anything else. I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to show you the tests of this, and based on that, and you will have to react accordingly. Okay, let me play the video. It's only a short video, but it says a lot. Excuse me. Obviously, this sticks out like the proverbials. You can clearly see objects there in the front of it. And to the side of it. It's kind of leaving like a debris trail as it's going. I don't have the experience to be able to tell you why it's doing that. Like a corrugated iron sheet. I'm not even going to surmise why it's doing that. It's pretty distinct. If anybody knows why it's doing that, then please let us know. Notice the sun. Look, I can't expand this anymore. That's half the problem with this at the moment. And you'll notice that on top of the sun, there is an object. Well, I'm going to show you the tests that I've done, because I don't want this particular image to take 2 hours to show you. I've already done the test. You'll just have to believe. I'm not going to show you me doing the test this time. I've done the test. I've spent hours on the test, and they all come back with the same result. Conclusive, very conclusive. So let me go to those now. Okay, folks, well, this is the folder that I started because of this particular film clip. And as you can see, this is one of the, or the picture of, or one of the pictures. I obviously did stills as I was going through to test. So I just wanted to show you that. Now, obviously the ones in colours are my tests. So I'm going to show you the tests. This will take a couple of minutes, and then that'll be the end of this film clip, this particular video, because there's not much more I can show you. Okay. You can clearly see, just let's explain something to you. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat today. These, on each time you do the test, different colours and different variations in light and variance and contrast and everything will give different, will show different objects, you know, obviously because of the fact that they've been each colour will bring out different highlights, for want of a better term. So you can clearly see here. I'll try to do it so it doesn't get too distorted. Now I've done all these tests, as you can see, most of them at 100, as I said before. Now you can clearly see a massive, great big object there. One there, one there, one there, one there. There's another one over here, and there's a couple here as well. And then obviously you've got the squiggly worm in the sky. Now, also like to show you this. Water never lies. You can clearly see the picture. I'm sorry about this, but it's actually dead center of the actual picture. So, and this comes up on every single one of them, so I'm sorry about that. There's not much I can do about it. You can see the objects in the water on every single clip. It's very hard to tell down here, but it looks to me like there is more stuff there. You can clearly see something is there, but because of the trees, it's very hard for me to actually say to you 100% that there is something there. But I can 100% tell you that this is here, without a shadow of a doubt. And I'd like to point out to you the fact that, you know, take the sun. I can't understand why the sun is doing that, but if you took the size of the sun in this clip, this thing is nearly the same size as the sun. Something to remember. This is the picture inverted. They're all inverted. I've taken this up to 200 so you can see it better, or so I can see it better. And you can clearly see once again the objects there. Interesting to note that this has a very long heat trail. Okay, so these things are giving off their own heat. I'm going to show you each picture, so because each one shows something different just about. Right, I don't have to dump in here as well, but like I said, it's very hard for me to tell you that because I can't see it properly. You know, this actually shows you exactly what I was doing for the testing. I'll try and make sure I get those in from now on because it actually proved that I did the test. You know, look at that. It's pretty conclusive, isn't it? There's bloody planets everywhere. It's like a planetathon at the sun. This is actually just a gamma test. You know, you can actually see the heat coming out of this, out of the corrugated roof in the sky. This is a black and white pic. Now, the interesting thing here is in the black and white is how much you can see. Look, it actually shows you down here even better. Now, I'm not going to tell you that that's not tricks of light because I honestly can't tell you what these are. I'm assuming that these are something, whereas these are more defined. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bloody great big planet, and you know, 4 or 5 little ones with it. This was just a sheer colour test, and you can still see it. The interesting thing that I kept this one for is actually because of this down here. These actually came up more, but like I said, once again, I can't tell you because they're kind of in the wrong spot. They're actually in front of the thing, so I'm assuming that these ones are actually something different. And this is just another still shot that I took that I thought was interesting. This is just another variation on the colour. Now, you can clearly see this object here. It's bloody huge. Absolutely massive. Once again, a different colour scheme. Comes up beautifully. I spent hours doing this, folks, by the way. This is just a still shot. You can, even without doing anything to it, you can clearly see that planet and the other little planets with it. As I said, you can clearly see it. Another still shot there. The interesting thing here is that you can actually see the smaller planets a little bit more than the bigger planets. And there's something up here. As I said, it's like a planet party at the sun. Now this is interesting. Note the spot in the middle of the sun again. Now, if you remember the other day at Trig Beach, I actually filmed, or I showed you very similar in Trig Beach. This colour scheme actually brought that out and shows you 100% that it's there. Now, the interesting thing was there is an absolutely bloody massive planet as well sitting off to the side here. Objects, forget planets. These are objects. We don't know that they're planets. My mistake. We assume that they're planets. Can you see the size of this planet now? Object now. And note on this colour scheme that the background has been diluted, but the foreground, or the background's come out and the foreground's been diluted a bit. And that shows you these other planet objects that are there. These are just more still tests. On this, you can just see the shading of some objects here. You know, the closer you come in, the harder it is to see them, obviously. If I take it out, you can see that object that I was talking about. It's bloody massive as well. And you see the little pimple on this object again. See it? And these here really, really stood out when you did that. This here, to me, looks like a debris trail. As I said, these ones came out a little bit more on this particular test, but not as defined as these. And that was just another test to show you those ones. You know, clear as a bell. Clear as a bell. You can see the pimple, bloody great big planet, or object, sorry, and two other little objects there. 1, 2, 3, and those other ones were there. Well, folks, I don't really have much more to show you on that, and I'm not going to show you much more on that because, honestly, I think that was a bit of a bombshell. One thing I did forget to tell you is that today is the 4th of the 3rd, 2017, and the time here in Perth is 10:54 a.m. WAST. The picture, the video that you saw was sent in to me 2 days ago on the 2nd of the 3rd and was taken that day, that night. So I've had 2 days to muck around with it. Blew me off my feet when I saw it. Based on that, join me in the Lord's Prayer, because even if you don't say it, just listen to the words, because folks, the pictures that I'm getting sent these days are showing me that we're heading for the world's biggest shit fight, and you're going to need some form of spirituality and inner strength to get through it. That's my some belief in this whole thing. So say the prayer with me. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen. As I said, even if you don't say the prayer, just listen to the words. And I'll say this again. The Lord's Prayer contains the sum total of religion and morals. Wellington. I'd actually agree with that. Righto, folks. Until the next time, God bless. Prep.
G'day everyone, Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well in whatever part of the world you're watching this video. Okay, as you know, I'm not doing any more videos. This is going to be a short video. The reason why I'm doing this video is because this is quite possibly one of the best, if not the best, video done in regards to what we're all trying to find, as in planets, Nibiru, etc., that I've ever seen. It's by a gentleman called Bob, whose YouTube name is Pies and Cakes, as you can see there, Pies and Cakes. He films by himself with an old Motorola phone in Boston, USA. I've spoken to him over the last couple of days because the footage and everything else that he's filming is just sensational over the last couple of days. Now, the video that I'm taking the stuff off is January 17th, 2017. Now, I'm not going to play you the whole video. I'll start it, and then I'll show you the stuff that I want you to see.
To run a shorter video, losing the colors, but like I said, what are we looking at here? It looks like Bob Ross came over and decided to make a bunch of happy colored peanuts. Like, what the heck is that? You know, it just gets stranger by the day.
Can you see the planet there? There's a planet there. This is the sun going down. This is not the sun up here. These are chemtrails. Look at how much chemtrails they've done there, folks. You don't think they're trying to hide something? Now, while he's actually filming, and the sun's going down, by the way, so it's almost gone, they are chemtrailing the shit out of the place. Now, This here is not a chemtrail. And I'm going to prove it to you in a second. This here is a meteor. It's not an asteroid or anything else. It's actually a meteor. See how it's punched through our atmosphere, and it's actually, what's happening is it looks like it's coming down, but it's actually going backwards, and it's going sort of in a northwesterly fashion. You know, if this is the west, it's actually going north. So just watch.
You boss, the plane, the plane. Anyway,
As you can see, that was a plane.
like I said, it's just getting harder to digest.
See that? Okay, now I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to take it up here. Sorry, I'll take it to here. A little bit further out.
This, okay? Like I said, there's a reason they do that. They're wasting trillions of dollars. And if our cars ran like that, you'd get kicked off, you'd get pulled over and towed. You know, why don't people look up? Why isn't no one seeing these? How can you not miss them? Look what they're doing, the slaughtering.
Right, you see that meteor in there now. Look at that. But that is not the scary part. The scary part's coming up.
The sun with them. If anything, you should be afraid of those bad people spraying that stuff, man. You know, look, man. You know what's going on is pies are seeing things due to the Lord, and they don't want pies to see it. But there's only one thing: you're dealing with the Lord. I have no control over what He decides to show me or doesn't. So that's kind of how the story goes here. You know what I mean? We're not on my time, on the Lord's.
Look, you notice the difference between a chemtrail. Look, that's not a chemtrail, folks. I'll prove it to you in a second. But just watch what happens here in this area here. I'll take it up here.
It's the only thing I do. Blabber, blabber, blabber.
Look, see the planets? Now you can actually see just how this is punched through the atmosphere, and it's actually going backwards. There's another one there. Okay. So, thankfully, here's something I prepared earlier. Shit. You see the size of it? Look at it. I can't figure out if that's one planet there, a smaller planet, and this is the moon that goes with it. Still think that's not a planet? Still think that's a chemtrail? Think again. Because you're wrong. As I said, this is without doubt one of the best, if not the best, videos ever done on what we're all trying to find. You can see where it's punched through the atmosphere. Look, there's a planet there, there's another planet there, and that is the outline of the bigger planet underneath it. If anyone knows Sam Houston, can you get Sam Houston to have a look at this video and get in touch with Bob? That's with all the gamma taken out of it, folks. Let me do it again for you. Oops, sorry. There's all the gamma gone. Look at that. one planet there, as you can see, another planet there, and there's actually another planet just behind that one, and that there at the back that you can make out. See the line just there? That is a friggin' huge planet, folks. But that's not all. Sorry, wrong one. Look. That is another huge planet there, folks. This is what they're trying to stop you from seeing. There's no two ways about it. Unfortunately, they didn't expect the bloody great big meteor to come showering down through the sky. That there is bloody massive. Look, they're friggin' everywhere, folks. Look at the size of it. Look, you can actually see it for your own eyes. This is why they're chemtrailing the crap out of Boston at the moment, or America, because they don't want you to see this. That's not one of the best ones. You see that planet there? Look at it. You can't miss it. Look at the size of it. It sure as shit ain't a lens flare, folks, that's for sure. And if I can't convince you of what you're looking at, then seriously, you're actually looking for the wrong thing. And what this man has filmed is, as I said, probably the best, if not the best, or one of the best videos ever shot on this subject.
I'm a fidgety child. I couldn't sit still. So my tongue, when I'm sitting still, my tongue.
So go and have a look at his videos, Pies and Cakes. He's got 3 days where he's showing this meteor coming through. On the other days, it's actually not as profound as it is on this day, by the way. You can't see it as much as what he's filmed it on today. You can see it, but it's just not as profound as what it is going that way. Look, you can actually see it moving, going away. It's actually going north.
This is how curious people learn things, by observation. Correct? You know, look at that light pulling down like that. I mean, to the right, hard. You know, that's at 5 o'clock, almost 4 o'clock.
Look, can you see that? Look, that's not a cloud, folks. That's clouds. That's not.
Position, wouldn't you agree? Okay, that's self-observation. I made a self-observation.
Like I said, folks, if that picture there doesn't convince you that we're in worrying times, then you need to be watching new videos. Probably Goldilocks and the Three Bears or something like that and trying to find a yellow brick road. Also, if you're not trying to find something spiritually at the moment, then I can't help you as well. This is the Lord's Prayer, and I reckon after watching that, you need to say it and you need to start saying it. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive them that trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us, that's all of us, from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Listen, folks, all that time that we've been trying to find stuff and do whatever, this is it. It's here. There's a meteor flying through the sky. It isn't painted on there. It's actually real. Get right, get prepped, get ready, because it's here. It's here, folks. God bless you all.